Hello there, dear viewer or listener, or however you're consuming this media. My name is Colin Mahern, and with me at this time is Colin Gallagher. Do you know what? I never actually asked you beforehand. It is Gallagher.
Yeah, it's Gallagher. Yeah.
Like
it's
former Blackburn Rovers hero Kevin
Gallagher. Yes. Who?
Is there any relation?
No.
A fellow Scot, wasn't he?
Yeah. He played against England a few times. I think he scored once. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah.
Good. Well, Colin, for your inaugural God is a Geek video, you have been tasked with playing a game called Ratz Instagib.
Yes, it is the sequel to Imagine Babies, also spelled with a Z at the end of the first.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's an arena shooter. It's a first-person shooter, and it's like, you know, your old days, your first-person shooters where it's like fast-paced, jumping, Quake, Unreal Tournament style. Yeah.
Okay. What like? Why rats? Is there any form of story to this? Is there, or is it literally you're just rats because why not?
Why rats? Well, technically, I don't really know. Everyone looks like, I don't even know if they look like rats. They look like pigs from the Doom game, really, to be fair. But
all right.
But it's probably in relation to back in the old games, Unreal Tournament, there was rats, and the rats maps were basically your normal environment, but supersized, or you were a tiny character in this normal environment, so there'd be bedrooms where the bed was like 3 times the size of you, or there'd be like, garage where there's a car which is like, again 3 times the size of you, that kind of thing, and you're jumping around, and it's chaos. You can jump off walls, jump off seats, jump off the floor.
Yeah, because it's kind of like in basically a house setting, isn't it? Like you've a map that's like a kind of a kitchen and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah. There's quite a few maps for that, and then there's the one that you're seeing probably at the moment, which is the one in the kids' playroom, or the kids' playroom / study, where there's Lego bricks around, and there's a desk, and then there's another map where it is a kitchen, so you have to dodge kitchen
utensils.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you said this kind of harkens back to days of yore.
Yeah.
When just like, it was just about going into a confined space and shooting pretty much whatever moves.
Yeah, it was about murdering everything in sight. I mean, it's the kind of games your dad probably played, or a family member who was, I don't know, into computers in the 90s, or your Quakes, your Unreal Tournaments, where it was fast paced, all over the place action. There wasn't a confined corridor shooter about it. It was large maps. You just go in and kill.
And I looked at a bit of gameplay of Ratz Instagib. It's not the prettiest game in the world, to be fair. No, it is in early access, and it's like just come out in early access. So
just come out, yeah.
Judging by other early access games, this might be officially released in about 12 years' time. I don't know. But do you think there's a bit of, I don't know, there's something to kind of grow on with Ratz Instagib? There actually is the foundation for a well-oiled machine.
No.
Oh, right.
I genuinely think the gameplay isn't going to change that much. There's different map modes. There's different game types. There's a duel one. There's a capture the flag. There's team deathmatch. There's normal deathmatch. There's room for improvement with maps. There's going to be more maps. The guy said it's only going to be in the developer said it's only going to be in like early access for about 3 months probably.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, not too much. But I don't think it'll change that much.
Because there isn't much.
Because there isn't much you can change.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair point, I suppose. Now, Colin, a little birdie told me, and I mean, I had to go to the source here. And I couldn't get onto the developer, so I decided to get the next best thing, and that's you, someone who has played it. That this game can reach astronomical levels of frame rates.
Yeah. So
now, correct me if I'm wrong, Colin, but people have told me, and you can call them lawyers if you want, but people have told me that 60 frames per second is the best. Why do I need 1,000 frames per second or whatever fucking silly number you got? What's going on with the world?
Well, I managed to, on one map, get 330 frames a second, at which point my eyeballs were basically just spinning. Like,
what does that even look like?
Well, it looks like blood pouring out your eye sockets.
Is that a higher frame rate than life? I don't know. I can't even comprehend what the fuck was happening.
Well, I mean, my monitor goes up to like 144 hertz, so I can't see above. I don't think I can see above 144 frames a second. But it's like rubbing butter on yourself. It's buttery smooth.
Can you tell me more about this extracurricular activity of you rubbing butter on yourself?
Well, you have to get a good quality butter. None of this own brand stuff.
Are we talking butter, or are we talking, butter spreads? Like, are we talking Flora, or are we actually talking
Lurpak?
Right. Okay.
No substitute. It has to be the salted one as well.
Jesus, Colin, you sound more and more delicious.
Yeah, and then after a good turkey basting, 3 hours in the oven at gas mark 5, and I'm really rather crispy.
Oh, that sounds so delicious. But to get back onto Ratz Instagib, even though I'd really love to talk about your buttery body, overall, your time with Ratz Instagib, like, are you going to go back? Do you see this as something that, like, okay, fair enough, you said that they can't really grow on the idea that much because the game that you played is probably more or less going to be the game that will be there when it's officially released. But do you think that it has legs maybe for an audience, or is this going to be a purely niche product?
It's going to be really good for pick up and play. It's the kind of thing that if you've got a few mates dotted about wherever, you want that kind of, it's remarkably fast paced, and if you have to play at that fast pace. So if you don't, you get destroyed. So it's very good for pick up and play. On the deathmatch anyway, you've got a score limit of 30 kills, so it doesn't last that long, and there's a timer of 10 minutes, but you'll never reach the 10 minutes anyway. I will go back to it. But the thing is, I'll need to lie down after it, because I played 2 rounds earlier and I was jittering for about 20 minutes afterwards.
Please, Colin, you're new to the team. We don't want to lose you already. No, keep that frame rate locked.
My hand was like, I've got to twitch over there. I've just got to shoot that rat thing. I don't think they're rats. I've never seen rats look like that. They look worse than the biker mice from Mars.
Jesus Christ, Colin. Weird. Between Kevin Gallagher and fucking biker mice from Mars, this is just nostalgia fucking central. Colin, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to me about Ratz Instagib. I was about to plug the fact that we're giving away keys, but we're actually not, because I think they all went
hours ago. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry, there was fucking 1,000 keys. So tough shit on that if you're watching this or listening to this and you didn't get a key. Lousy. Anyway, Colin, thank you very much, and
okay.
dear viewer or listener, thank you also.